What's up, guys? Welcome to the Setter Pitch Training, okay? In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to break barriers, break those walls, build trust with your homeowners, and actually set more appointments. That way your closers are coming in with the right expectations that are set. Now here's the key, setters. Your goal is to not sell solar at the doorstep. All you're doing is just building that curiosity for your closer to come in and then actually break down for the homeowner what solar is actually all about. First you have is what we call as the intro, okay? So first thing we need to do is smile. All right, second is we need to keep it casual and say, hey, real quick, I'm working with the federal net metering program here in the area. Basically, if homeowners qualify, they can lock in their bill before the rates keep climbing. Does that make sense? Right after that, we want to pause. Okay, we want to make solid eye contact, but don't rush it. Then we want to add the actual hook, okay? But here's the part that gets everyone's attention. Most people don't know that under this program, you can actually receive a cash back check right after install of up to 25%. Some of our clients then use it to wipe out credit cards, pay their student loans off, or even a freaking car payment. Now, not every home actually qualifies. It kind of depends on the roof and your utility company as a whole, right? So there's a couple of other factors. My job is just to see if the house is a good fit for the program itself. And if so, I'm going to connect you to a specialist who's going to come out here and kind of show you those apples to apples. And if the math makes sense, cool. Now, real quick, are you the homeowner here? From here, we want to ask the following questions, right? It's how much are you paying in the summer? Okay. Do you know if your roof gets good sun exposure or not? Now, how old is the roof to be exact? Okay. Is your name on the deed of the home? Now, do you happen to have a 650 credit score or no? All right, then we're gonna close for the appointment. Perfect. Sounds like you guys qualify for the check. In worst case scenario, you know what your options are when it actually comes down to solar, okay? I can have a specialist swing by for about 30 minutes to an hour to show you those numbers. Are you guys morning or afternoon people? All right, guys, let's talk objections. When you hear I'm not interested, I seriously just want you to pause, smile, say, hey, I get it, okay? Most people say that because they've been pitched normal solar their whole lives, and with the 25% check up front, it's completely different, okay? So at the very least, you'd want to know if you actually get money back or not, right? All right, guys, when you hear I don't want the panels on my roof, I want you to ask, okay, hey, is it the look of them, or is it because you're worried about leaks? Okay, right here, we wait for their answer, we reassure them, and then we say, hey, that's why the panels today are actually sleek. They're actually a low profile and even eligible for ground mounts. And also with the 25-year roof warranty, leaks aren't even an issue. You hear, I can't afford it. Lean in and say, that's the beauty of this whole program. As long as you guys qualify, there is no out-of-pocket cost, okay? Because most people just swap their utility bill out for a lower locked-in solar payment that never goes up, right? And then they take the 25% check and it actually helps them come out ahead of the game. Does that make sense? When you hear I need to think about it, I seriously need you guys just to stay calm in the situation. Okay, so we're chilled, of course. And hey, honestly, you should think about it. That's exactly why we set the appointment. It's completely free, no obligations from you and your wife, okay? You and your husband. Now, you'll actually have the real numbers to actually sit there and look at. And then you'll actually have a decision to make, because at that point you're comparing the two, and then you guys will know what to do from there. Does that sound fair? Some key reminders, okay? We need to start using pauses. Why do we want to pause more? Because, see what I just did there? I paused because it builds curiosity. It builds the question marks above people's head to, they want to pull out what you're saying next. I've seen some of the best salesmen sit there and talk like this because, you know, your neighbor down the road actually loved the idea. Like, how old is your roof? See what I'm doing there? Guys, slow it down. Understand what's actually going on, and you'll see the homeowner get more drawn into what it is you're actually trying to say. I'm not saying always talk slow, but definitely control your tonality, okay? 2 was always freaking frame the framework as the federal net metering program, okay? Don't be shy about what it is you guys do, okay? This is a federal incentivized program that these homeowners now can take advantage of, okay? They don't pay a dime out of pocket. Guys, you're taking what you're already spending your hard work and money away every single month towards the utility company, when I can take that payment and do what we call as a bill swap, lock it in for a fixed payment that never goes up again. Wouldn't that be nice? See what I'm doing there, guys? You gotta make it seem like a no-brainer decision when you're in front of them, okay? That way you can close more deals, set more appointments, and set better expectations for your closer, and build that curiosity for your closer, so when he comes in, it's like a 50-50 shot. They know what's going on, but they're a little confused, and they wanna see the numbers, okay? So leave them on that cliffhanger. All right, guys, you've got to hook them with the 25% check up front after install. You guys got to resonate it with it. And how are we going to resonate that pain with them? Guys, start comparing debt. Everybody has debt. Of course they're going to feel that pain and be like, dang, I get 25% of the total system cost after I get these bad boys up? That sounds nice, and I get to do whatever I want with it? Bet. I would do that. That sounds like a no-brainer. Never oversell the appointment. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? Okay, listen more than you talk. Every homeowner will literally tell you how to close them. We just got to do what? Listen. That's the setter's pitch. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you were taking notes. Guys, I promise you, the more notes you take on this, the more memorization you and your team kind of dial this in, the more doors will open for you guys, the more money in your pockets, and overall, the more life lessons it'll bring you guys. Tune in. Thank you guys for joining. Peace out.